What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ the Tar Heel. And welcome to the first call-in show of the 2025 season, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with your boy on a Friday night. Now, this one is a little bit different, man, because Carolina doesn't play until daggone Monday. And usually we do the call-in show the night before they play so that everybody can give their predictions and whatnot. But your boy's going to be traveling to Chapel Hill and hanging out with some of the hooligans for a couple of days while I'm down there. We're going to be watching plenty of college football, and it's just going to be a good time, man. I can't wait. So we had to do it Friday. We're going to lock in everybody's predictions here quick. So if you know any Tar Heels, if you know any TCU fans, man, hey, shoot this over to them so that they can call in. I got the 100 stinking bones right here. 100 big ones, 5 20s. That's right. My math is correct. 100 doll hairs. 100 doll hairs for the person that picks this game right. Preston said, what's up, hooligans? Get my $100 ready, Russ. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. You know, I will stink. I'll have it on hand, Press. I'll have it on hand, brother. I'll give it to you at the stinking game, man. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys jumping in here. First call-in show of the season. And if nobody gets it right, well, then, I'll just throw an extra $25 on top of it, and we'll just keep piling on to the pot until somebody gets this thing right. So do me a favor, man, real quick, man. Really good for the algorithm. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And before we jump into all this, I got to give a shout out, dude, to the hooligans, man. And the newest hooligan, that's right, James Kenry Jr., dude, who's been a hooligan for stinking 8 days. James, if you are out there, bro, I need you to stinking DM me, all right? DM me, the Tar Heel Huddle at gmail.com so I can get you the Discord information. You got to get in there, bro. Okay, you can't be a stinking hooligan and not get in to the Discord. If you guys haven't already, man, the preview and prediction show, Pop was going stinking ham in this first one, bro. So check that out if you haven't been able to check that out already. And, I think you'll enjoy yourself. I know Pop enjoyed himself, and it was a little embarrassing to me. But we got through it, dude. Probably won't be the last time you see that guy either. What's up, Lovey? Lovey said, that's mine. That's stinking mine. Hey, man, it's right here, Lovey. It's just for you, buddy. It's stinking waiting. It's calling your name. All you got to do is stinking call in. Now, that is the rules. We'll talk about a little bit more of the rules. You've got to call in. Can't just leave the score prediction in the comment section or anything like that. You've got to call into the show, give me your score prediction, and let me know what your thoughts are on this game. Don't be bashful, man. I'm on here right now. You shouldn't be shy either. So before we open up these phone lines, get a couple of these guys in. Let's go over here to the weather. That's what we usually do, man. The weather, and if you guys didn't know, I actually moonlight as a weatherman. That is a accurate picture of me. I don't know why my head looks so big in this thing. But if you're planning on going to Chapel Hill, uh, beautiful weather. I'm actually astonished at this kind of weather because where I'm at, we do not have this kind of weather right now. 78 degrees for the high, okay, and 56 for the low. So it's going to be like, probably lower, mid to lower 60s, dude. I'm trying to think. Like, what should my attire be? Should I wear like a long sleeve shirt? Do I need like a little jacket? Not supposed to be any rain or anything like that. But I don't want to be hot. I can't stand sweating. And then simultaneously, I don't want to be in the stinking stadium freezing my you know what off because I wasn't properly dressed. So this one's kind of a tough one, man. It's gonna be beautiful weather for the day. Um, you know, but it's kind of one of those tweeners, man. It's kind of one of those stinking tweeners, man. 50s and 60s. Press said, at least you aren't one of those Latina weather women. Yeah, exactly. With my shirt open, that's probably what you would rather have seen. But yeah, this is an accurate portrayal of me. And just given the weather, right? Look at old Fayetteville right there, dude. Home sweet home. Cut off hoodie. Yeah, wear the cut off hoodie exactly. That's what Bill's going to be stinking wearing. Now, interesting conversation right here. We were talking about what would Carolina come out in the first week with, and it was announced earlier that we are going with a classic look, dude, for game one. Now, once again, this is one of the greatest uniforms in all of college football. Blue helmet, blue jersey, white pants. There was a little bit of conversation about whether or not, they were going to deviate from this at all, be in the first week night game, et cetera, et cetera. But no, they're going with the classic look, man. And you know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad, man. Let's just set the tone right here. It's Bill Belichick. I don't even know why that even shocked me at all, if you will. He's kind of one of those guys that's just like keep it simple, stupid kind of ordeal. And that's a clean look, bro. It's gonna be a clean look. Monday Night Football for the world to see. We're gonna be clad in Carolina blue. One of the best uniforms in the entire country, and I think that's a good look, man, to start things off, man. I think it's a good look to start things off. It should be our uniform every home game. It should be the stinking uniform for every daggum home game, man. But we'll see. We'll see. So, prediction board currently right now, and we talked about this a little bit in the preview and prediction show. This is the current prediction board. Hutch picked TCU 31-24. Your boy picked Carolina 30-24. The college football sim had Carolina 41-35. In the fan poll, we had like over 180, 190 people actually, chime in, and it was, crazy how many Carolina votes we got, which is really interesting because the line actually moved from 3 to 3.5 last night. So I don't know what information that they know that I don't know, but the line actually moved 3.5. TCU is favorite. So this is the current board right now. Now the rule, and let me get back over here so you guys can see. I'm about to show you nothing. I have my trusty black marker right here so that we can ink it in, and I got my notepad. All right. And I'm ready to stink and take some score predictions. You guys already know where we are. Russ, your boy, has a score prediction of 30-24 Carolina, and Hutch is 31-24 TCU. And real quick, if you're wondering why I got this game down here on the bottom, App State and Charlotte. Carolina plays Charlotte in week 2, September 6th. It's going to be a short week after this Monday night kick. And I'm sitting here watching the game as I'm talking to you guys because I'm kind of scouting a little bit, if you will, Charlotte, man. And I'm rooting for Connor Harrell. Obviously, as long as he's not playing Carolina. But it's 7-3 App State right now. And let's just say that Charlotte's offense is not humming, if you will, dude. Preston said after Moses may not have the guys, Lovey. Yeah. Talking about, oh, man, he just threw a stinking bomb. Nope, incomplete. Sorry, guys, I'm getting distracted. So anyway, without further ado, man, I'm going to open up these daggone phone lines. So phone number is on the daggone bottom. What's up, Bosco? Good to see you, bro. Good to stinking see you. Give me 1 second, boys, and I'm going to open up this daggone phone line. Give me a call and let me know what your score prediction is for the TCU North Carolina game. We got our first caller. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ.
What's up, Russ? It's Preston.
Oh, my favorite. What's up, Press?
Oh, just waiting for Monday, just like everybody else.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you got, Press?
So, I've been saying the whole time we're probably going to end up losing this game, but you know what? We haven't lost anything yet. Hope this is the time for hope. Let's go 28-17 Tar Heels, baby. Get started off right.
28-17 Carolina. I mean, if we can hold them to stinking 17 points, dude, that'd be daggone impressive, Press. 11-point dub, man. I like it because it seems like every game you're kind of like me. Even when we're probably underdogs and maybe we should pick the other team, we always end up coming home. So,
I mean, if you can't, before the season started and you hadn't even lost anything, if you can't be optimistic then, when will you be? So,
100%,
I don't know.
brother. 100%. Now is the time for optimism, my friend. 100 stinking percent, man. So, Preston says 28-17. Let me ask you this real quick before I let you go, Press. What do you think? Do you think that's going to be because we're able to run the football well, or do you think Gio's going to stink and turn up? I mean, what are you expecting out of this Carolina offense?
See, this is the beauty of Belichick. He's going to do what you can do, on offense, whatever he thinks we can do, but he's also going to look at what they can do on defense. Guys, we haven't had, and I'm not saying we're going to go 12-0, blah, blah. We'll probably actually lose this game, but realistically, North Carolina has not had an X's and O's coach since Dick Crum on both sides of the ball.
Right.
So there may be a game where we air it out. Remember Tom Brady when they had Randy Moss, they aired it out, man. And we'll probably do pound on the ground a little bit, but it's going to vary from game to game. And if it doesn't, we may be in trouble, but I really do think that's going to be the hallmark. It's X's and O's. I mean, he's a great coach. Doesn't mean if I'm out there on the field, he's going to lose because there's no talent. But if we have a little bit of talent and all things being equal, it's not equal because we're going to have the coaching advantage.
100%. I completely agree, and that's one of the things that we've been missing, if you ask me, and probably a lot of Tar Heels, is I don't think there's been any doubt that we've had talent on the roster. Maybe a little bit thinner in some places than others. It's just the X's and O's and getting the buy-in, right? So I don't think we're going to run into that same problem with this current regime. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that I got a lot of hope, man. I really do. I got a ton of hope that if for nothing else, this is going to be a well-coached team. And you sprinkle a little
absolutely.
Talent in there, you sprinkle a little talent in there, and you might just be able to make a little bit of magic. You know what I mean?
And I know Lovey's rolling his eyes right now, and I'm not saying that we're going to go 12-0 or anything like that.
Right.
But it's going to be refreshing to have an X's and O's. North Carolina's always been able to recruit itself a little bit. And we've always tried to get really good recruiters, but now we've got an X's and O's guy. And Fedora was that way on offense, but I don't think he cared about defense.
Right.
But really, it's been 40 years, guys, so it'll be refreshing to see that hopefully we will win some games that we have less talent than the opposing teams, and hopefully we'll win the games that we do have more talent. But let's see. I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen. But anyway, that's my guess.
100%, man. Preston says 28-17. Press, I'm looking forward to seeing you, my friend.
Likewise.
We're going to have a good time, brother. I appreciate you calling, Press.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Right,
see you
brother.
soon.
All right. Later.
All right, bye.
My man Preston says 28-17. Good guys. Little apprehensive at first, but then he picks the 11-point win, man. I tell you what, like I said, bro, if Carolina holds TCU to 17 daggone points, y'all boys better stinking buckle your seatbelt, son, because if that defense can do that to TCU, there's not a lot of teams on this stinking schedule that got a better offense than TCU. Clemson, I'm trying to think of another one. Better offense? I'm trying to think of another one, man. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
What's up, Preston?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Russ is Preston over there. I know he's hiding behind you now because he called me out.
Yeah.
This
This
is Lovey.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, oh man, you are. It's good to see all the hooligans in here. I know it's a Friday night, but
Right.
glad you're able to do this for those of us who have nothing better to do.
Yes, sir.
I'm watching a little Appalachian State and Charlotte play right now. It's
Me
a pretty
too.
ugly game.
Right.
So I'm gonna go. I've called it in the hooligans. I think it's going to be a close game, a little bit high scoring game. I think it's going to be 27-24 late in the game, and then TCU is going to tack on another touchdown late. It's going to be 34-24 TCU.
34-24 TCU. Okay.
Yeah, but it would not shock me if it is close till the very end of the fourth quarter when they score that last touchdown. I'm telling you, it's going to be an electric night. I wish I was there. I know you guys are going to have a great time, and I'm really excited for you guys. Excited for little Russ to experience that. That's going to be an awesome experience.
Yeah.
But I
100%.
think what's going to happen though is it is going to create some optimism for Carolina going forward because they're going to realize, hey, we're playing a team that's got a pretty darn good quarterback. And now, if Carolina comes out and they can establish the run, and TCU kind of struggles up the middle in the pass, then it may be a totally different game. And I will say this: if Blasky and Kelly both were there, that may even make it closer, and I would have possibly swung Carolina's way. But
Okay.
I just worry this first game of the year. That's a lot to put on 70 new players coming in. But
Right.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm eating crow. I hope next week I can say, hey, guys, you were all right. Because I can tell you right now, I'm going to be pulling for the Carolina Blue, that's for sure.
100%. 100 stinking percent, bro. Yeah. So Lovey says 27-24 TCU tacks on a late touchdown to make it a 10-point game. That would mean they cover. And yeah, it's kind of predicated off of whether or not Carolina can establish the run. And you're right. You're right. Those two linemen, even Christo Kelly, even if he plays, the fact that he might not be 100% could very well, that's a factor, man. It is a factor. It's definitely a factor to talk about.
So I
like
want to tell you something real quick, Russ.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I don't know if you've seen it yet or not, but I listened today, didn't watch it, but I listened to Eric Church was on Inside Carolina.
Right.
I was shocked. I heard he knew a lot about sports, but I was actually shocked at how well he broke down each position on offense and defense. I can listen to Eric Church. I'm a rock and roll guy more than anything, but
Right.
I was shocked at how well he broke down the offense and defense categories on there. So if you get time and you're riding around or something like that, he was on there with Tommy Ashley and Joey. It was a pretty good show, man.
Check it out.
I'm glad you're doing this. So yeah, it's worth listening to. It was because he was a big Mac Brown guy anyway.
Right.
But he is all in on Belichick, that's for sure.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. Me too. That's definitely something me and Eric Church have in common. So cool beans, man. Cool beans, brother. Well, we'll see you probably Tuesday night if you're able to, because that's when we'll do the night after show. It'll be real late, but we'll try to get it in, man, if you're able to.
All right, you have a good one, Russ, and
okay, you too.
Go Heels.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
All right, man. My man, Lovey, dude. 2 hooligans in a row, bro. 2 stinking hooligans in a row. And Lovey says 34-24 TCU. Late touchdown. They end up covering. And, I'd be a little bummed. I'm not going to lie. If TCU scores 30-plus points, I'm going to be just a little bit bummed because I'm really hoping that this defense can set the tone early. If they can set the tone early, man, there's such a great opportunity with the remaining schedule, where Carolina can really have a statistically good defense. Now, I had brought this up. I can't remember exactly where, but I brought up the fact that Carolina's 5-1 in their last 6 openers, and they've only given up 16 point something points per game. Um, you know, in the opener, 16 stinking points per game. For whatever reason, week 1, bro, Carolina's defense lately has been really good. I'm apologize whoever called, man. I just missed it. I was just about to stinking pick it up. So make sure you stinking call back. Call me back. And we'll get you in here, man. We'll get you in here. So Preston says 28-17 Carolina, which is the biggest margin of victory, 11. Lovey says 34-24 TCU. That's a 10-point L. And me and myself and Hutch both have it 6-7 points, which, like I said, the line is still 3.5. 3.5 right now at the time of this video. Really cool news, man, is if you guys get a chance, I'll be over by the Carolina Inn to do a little 30-minute segment with the guys from the Tar Pit Pod. Shameless plug for those guys. And we'll have a little conversation Monday night about the game. What's going on, baby?
Yo.
What's going with Russ?
Yo, it's me, Bosco.
Bosco in the house. I love the 910 number, bro. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, from the Ville. But,
Yes, sir.
Man, everyone's talking about this game. I think it's the, most important game of the season. Not even just for UNC, but in college football in general, Tells you about Bill Belichick, And, I think everyone's picking TCU, but I just don't think TCU is that good on paper. I just don't think so.
Mm.
And, I think my score prediction, give me 31-24 UNC.
31-24. Now here's the thing. Hold on real quick, Bosco, and we're gonna check. We're gonna check real quick. Hold on. Gotta make sure I didn't jack it up. All right. You said 31-24 Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina win.
Okay. All right. Let's go with it, man. All right. 31-24 Carolina. Vasco says a 7-point dub, so he's gonna outdo me by 1 point. He's got a 7-point victory for the Heels. Now, do you think that is you think that's Gio Lopez airing it out, or do you think Carolina just establishes the run? Like, how do you think this thing kind of pans out?
Well, I'm the biggest Max Johnson supporter, and I was sad about the Gio Lopez, starting.
Right.
I was sad about it, but I think Max Johnson, Gio Lopez will, I think he'll run it in, actually. I think he's going to do better running than passing,
Yeah. So he's gonna be getting some touchdowns on the ground. I don't care how he gets them. I don't care if he goes for 300 yards and they're all on the ground. Just give me 275, 300 with a couple touches, and I'll be good to go, brother.
Yeah, man. I think it should be a very good game,
Yeah. Should be a good game, man. Should be a stinking good game.
Man, I'm really excited. I can say that. And, I wasn't high on Mac Brown. I was never high on Mac Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Bill Belichick's going to take this team around. I think we're going to be a better defense and offense. And I think that's what UNC's been missing for the years. UNC was more known in the day for, their Julius Peppers, all of them defensive players,
right.
Legendary defensive players. And, the only thing I'm concerned about is Goss. I don't think he's that good of a running back, but we will see.
Okay. Compared to O'Mary and Hampton, or just in general?
I know the UConn game, our O-line, kind of just called quits, but the UConn game, he did not look.
Right.
He did not look, like a starting college football running back.
Yeah.
But
Nothing was nice in that game, though.
Yeah. I'm high on UConn this year. I think UConn's going to go do good, but, I think UNC will pull out the W.
Okay.
And, hey, maybe we'll go 9-3, 8-4. I think
I'll still take
see.
it year one, bro. I'll still take that year one. So
I will take anything besides 6-7 or a losing season year one.
And embarrassing the bowl game, absolutely. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there.
You know what? We can go 1-11 as long as that one wins against NC State. I can't hear him anymore, man.
Can't hear him
It's so
anymore.
bad.
Yeah. Did you watch that state ECU game?
I watched that game. I placed a bet on it. I placed my bet on ECU. Too bad I lost $20.
They were this close, bro. They were this close. Harold said if they would have, which I hated the fourth down play call. It was a terrible stinking fourth down play call. You
should have ran it.
Yeah, getting cute and throwing underneath the sticks is just ridiculous to me. Couldn't stand the play call, but he said if they would have scored, they would have went for 2. So ECU could have very well walked out of Carter Finley with a W. That's how close that game was.
And I'll be honest with people, NC State, I think might have a losing season this year. I don't believe in Doran,
Yeah. I think this is his last year if the Carolina finally ends the losing streak anyway. So, cool beans, man.
Yeah, I do think we'll lose against Duke this year, but that's another talk for another day.
Yeah, we'll have that conversation on another time. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Well, cool, all right. It was good talking to you, Russ. It's good to be back again, man.
Absolutely, man. Excited about the season. I appreciate you calling in, Vasco.
Yeah, you too, man. You be safe, man.
All right, brother. All right, later. Yeah, Press. Actually, I think that line was what? 13.5. It was something crazy, dude. And I was like, there ain't no stinking way. And they end up winning by 7, which I can't even remember when I put on. I have to go back and look at it. One of the cool things that you guys brought up, the cool things you brought up, and it was pertaining to little Russ. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, my son, when we talk about people that are from North Carolina that go to a lot of the home games, my son, he went to the Wake Forest game last year. We went to the Duke Carolina double overtime game the year before that, which was a fantastic atmosphere. Should have never went to double overtime, but watching everybody storm the field and everything was stinking crazy. It was awesome. His first ever game was the home opener 2019 when Matt came back and Carolina, Carolina had that late touchdown to seal the victory. That's the loudest that I've ever heard Kenan Stadium. So he has been a part of some of the better games in Kenan, and it is pretty cool, man, that he's going to experience this. Everybody that I've told, because tomorrow was supposed to be a work day for me, and I took leave so that I could come down there and take all this in with my son. And everybody's like, yeah, bro, you can't miss that, bro. There's no way you can miss that, Russ. Like, this is something that you and your son will remember forever. And they're absolutely right. They're absolutely stinking right. I mean, who would have thought that this was even a thing? I still can't believe that it's actually going to come to fruition. I never doubted all these stinking clowns out here that were saying from the beginning, oh, he's just taking this job to get back to the NFL. I never once believed that at all. And the more the closer we get to week 1, the more that I know that he wants to make this work, specifically this, so I'm really excited for the future of Carolina football, and it starts on Monday. And I'll probably put out a little video between then because I've thought, I've had some thoughts pertaining to, how we should react to certain results of this Monday night game. And I'll put that out later. But I'm so excited for the atmosphere. I'm so excited for the direction of the program. And I'm just excited, of all the hype that's surrounding everything, man. It's going to be pretty cool, man. It's just going to be so cool. It's almost like a dream come true. There's very few things that I can compare this to that would do it justice, man. So we got 3 picks right now aside from me and Hutch, man. Preston, Lovey, Vasco. I know there's a couple more guys in here, man. 919-590-3514, man. Give me a call, dude. Tell me what you think about this football game. All right, this is your opportunity. All you got to do is dial that number, get on here, talk to your boy. I'm nobody, and give me your score prediction, man. And if you stink and get it right, guess what? I'm gonna send you 100 stinking dollars. You know, that's pretty good, man. All you got to do is call into the show. Call into the show, and I'm gonna send you $100 if you get it right. I was the only winner last year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, this is the part where I do the applause. Week 3, I'm back into a 45-10 Carolina victory. Not at all how I drew it up, but it happened. And, so sometimes you can just be lucky. And I happened to get lucky last year, and I was able to win my own money. And we started everything over. So pretty cool. Pretty stinking cool. Yeah, it was rigged, exactly. It was stinking rigged. So, tomorrow is going to be it's going to be a long day for me. It's going to be a very long day for me and little Russ. Got to wake up, got to get to the stinking rental place, first thing in the morning. Have to bring the car back home, got to pack it up with all of our stuff. We're going to bring the tent, we're going to bring, the Russ the Tar Heel banner and everything. And I'm even going to wait until tomorrow to pack. That's pretty typical of me. As far as I always wait to the last minute for some reason. My wife was like, did you already pack? And I was like, no, I'll wake up in the morning and do it. So, but we'll be running around like like a chicken with our heads cut off, trying to get up there to stinking Chapel Hill. And I'm going to be hanging out with, for sure, Hutch. For sure, stinking Hutch. Me and Hutch are going to watch the Clemson LSU game. I think that's, tomorrow night, Clemson LSU. And then Sunday, we're going to watch Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Miami, Notre Dame. It's going to be fun, man. I can't wait to stink and hang out with the boys and watch some daggone college football, dude. This is my opportunity as a 38-year-old man to go back to my, just when all was right in the world and all I had to do was play football and watch football. Oh, man, that must be what heaven's like. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time, dude. I can't wait to get back up home. Get away from some of this heat down here and everything, and just take in the beauty that is Kenan Stadium. I'm so ready for the stinking atmosphere. So ready for the stinking atmosphere. If you are interested, if you're watching this after the fact, like I said, and let me see if I can pull it up. 3:30 to 4 o'clock, Carolina Inn. If you want to be there the whole time, the Tar Pit Pod is doing an event over there at the Carolina Inn from 3 to 5. They are going to have, let me pull, this is a shameless plug for those guys. I just had it plugged up, or I just had it. So, Game Day Live, Carolina Inn 3 to 5. The Tar Pit crew will be there the entire time. They invited me to come on from 3:30 to 4. They're going to have Joe Jotch, former UNC wide receiver, and he is a current Tar Heel Sports Network analyst and ESPN analyst. And then they have Melissa Treewasser. I think I pronounced that correct, from 4:30 to 5, which she's a TCU Frogs insider for TCU Sports, man. So they'll probably have some good stuff over there, man. Come check that out if you're in the area. And, like I said, man, we'll have a good time. I appreciate the opportunity just for those guys inviting me on there. It's very, very gracious of them. And like I said, I'm humbled that they would even invite me onto something like that, man, just to hang out and be with the boys. So, yeah, Bosco said App State is they're punishing Charlotte right now. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Which, unfortunately, this was kind of one of the bugaboos. As far as a former, Tar Heel quarterback was concerned, we weren't really able to move the football down the field. Lovey said, "Am I staying near Chapel Hill?" Yeah, I'm gonna be staying. I'll be staying near Chapel Hill. I can't remember. It's the same place that I stayed last time. I think me and Hutch are actually staying in different areas. But we'll end up linking up, and we'll probably find a B-dubs around there somewhere, because we got little Russ with us. So Dude, super excited, August. Super stinking excited. So, no more callers. Kind of surprised, man. Kind of surprised. Nobody else wants to call in, dude, and for an opportunity to win $100. Is it just going to be Preston, Lovey, and Vasco? That's it. I got it right here. I promise you, I will send it to you. This is like, part of your light bill. This is like, what? 10 trips to Whataburger or wherever you go to eat your fast food and stuff, man. Worth it. All you got to do is think and call in, man. And so you get your score on this sheet. Here it is, the magic sheet, baby. Preston, Lovey, Bosco, 919-590-3514. Call in, dude. Call in. Bosco said, bruh, I'm get a jersey with that. Yeah, 100%, man. Win you some money and get a jersey. Absolutely. Go get you a stinking jersey, man. Go get you some Carolina gear. Easy money. Not easy money. It's actually kind of difficult to stink and win this thing, but that's why it's fun. That's why it's stinking fun. Lovey said, I'm going to have my son call in and pick one more. Hey, 100%. Hey, tell him. Tell him get in here, man, and stink and pick. Absolutely, Lovey. Tell him to pick like 100 to 2. Perfect. Perfect score. Yeah, me too, August. Super excited about just about, the whole scope of Carolina football under Bill Belichick, man. So, if you're late, cuz it looks like nobody else wants to come and hang out. If you're late, like I said, do me a favor, man, check out that preview and prediction. Pop goes ham in that thing. Uniform combo, we're going with the classic look. App State just tacked on 3 to go into the half, 17-3. App State over Charlotte. Going with the classic look to start things out in the Bill Belichick era. It's my predictions right here with Hutch. And then we got, obviously, everybody else's stinking predictions right there. Dude, Wake 7, Kennesaw 6 at the half. I actually just subscribed to a Wake channel. Goodness gracious, man. Give me a second. Because I like, what they say, man. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I just subscribed to this channel. And they don't have a ton of subs just yet, man. But it seems like a pretty cool channel if you want to, kind of get some inside information about Wake Forest. I think it's called Wake 21 or something like that. Goodness gracious, man. I can't remember exactly what but they were telling me that they thought that Wake Forest was going to be much better than what a lot of people were giving them credit for. So it's very interesting that it's 7-6 Wake at the half against Kennesaw State at home. It's going to be a very uphill battle for Jake Dickert, for sure. Very uphill battle for Jake Dickert. He's going to have to really be creative. I think you got to be really creative, man, to win at Wake. That's where the slow mesh comes into play. You're just going to have to be really, because you're never going to really get the top talent. So you got to be really creative about how you're going to scheme up W's, if you will, man. You expect some burn went up big? Yeah, I mean, if we can get up big, Lovey, if we can get up big, by all means, give him some daggone burn. Hey, man, prayers up for Travis Burgess, man. If you guys weren't aware, Travis Burgess is Carolina's, is he Carolina's top 2026 recruit? Number 65, number 68 player in the country, number 1 quarterback in the state of Georgia, committed to North Carolina. He unfortunately, had an injury towards ACL. So he's going to be down for a minute, man. So say some prayers for him. And he did say that, we can't wait for the next chapter of his life at Carolina. So he ain't going nowhere. But keep him in your prayers, man. That's tough for a young athlete, man, especially somebody who's on top of the world. Very humbling experience, man. So prayers up to Travis. Yeah, man. And real quick, just about State and ECU. I was listening to a couple of NC State guys, man. Very interesting game. State got up 17-0. ECU ended up battling back. A lot of people were saying Dave Doran took his foot off the gas. I don't know. I think State has some issues at the offensive line position. They obviously have some kicking game issues, which I'm hoping that Carolina doesn't also have. That's something that I got to see be successful before I talk too much crap. But CJ Bailey looked good at times, but he also made some very new guy kind of mistakes. He took some TFLs and sacks that I thought were pretty egregious, pretty bad, that really set that State offense back. As good as Hollywood Smothers is, and obviously this is the first game of the season, it's kind of a rivalry game, and ECU is going to play you tough. But he didn't have a lot of lanes, man. Wasn't a lot of running room for Hollywood. And, I just thought that was kind of interesting that they might have some issues at the offensive line position. Justin Jolie had a big game. So they do have a couple of weapons here and there. But I was not overly impressed. Once again, I feel like every year Carolina's more talented, and we've had our issues. But I just thought that was an interesting first game, man. Really enjoyed watching college football, though. Really, really enjoyed watching college football, man. Lovey said GT in Colorado 0-0 right now. Yep. That's when we get off of here, that's one that I'm going to be definitely tuning into, man. Quan is in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you, my friend. Good to stinking see you, man. Quan said our kicking game should be good. As many kickers as we had in spring camp. Bill brought in everybody to kick this. Yeah, I mean, we did have a ton of guys come in. You would hope that we have somebody that's comparable. Usually Carolina's got a pretty daggum good kicking game. I don't know if I've gone into a season with more questions, though, as far as like who is going to be the guy that actually puts it through the upright. Usually I'm pretty, okay, this is our guy. I don't really know if you can say that just yet. I mean, I think it's Verhoff, but, only time will stink and tell. Only time will stink and tell, man. August said if we beat Clemson, then that will feel like sweet revenge. If we beat Clemson, I don't know what I'm going to do, especially if we start 5-0. Let's just go ahead and book our tickets to the CFP because it's going down, my friend, like James Brown in Motown. 100%, dude. We beat Clemson. We start off 5-0. Oh, it's going down like James Brown in Motown. 100 stinking percent. But I'm not gonna tap that one just yet, man. I got to see a lot before I would even think about doing something like that. August. I gotta have to see a ton before I even think about anything like that. Anything. Yeah, I'd lose my mind too, dude. I'd stinking lose my mind real quick. Real quick, man, before we get off of here. Not gonna take up too much more of your guys' time. Appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Lovey said Clemson game would be epic. Yeah, me and Lovey both know that's. I know Lovey is like that's not happening. I know Lovey is thinking that's not happening. Illinois, number 12, Illinois, 21-0 over Western Illinois. That doesn't surprise anybody, dude. The South Florida beatdown over number 25 Boise State is stinking wild. That one still stinking surprised me. Crazy game right there. Crazy game right there. Which I like it, man. Just pave the way after Carolina wins. Hopefully we get a couple of votes, right? Hopefully we get a stinking couple of votes. See, man. Trying to get this ACC action in here real quick. 17-3 App State over Charlotte. I do want to check that score real quick. Dude, that is crazy, bro. Wake Forest 7. Kennesaw State 6. Robbie Ashford's 10 for 14, 104 yards. I'm really surprised DeMont Claiborne hasn't just gone off in this game. Kennesaw State actually has the leading rusher, 9 carries, 44 yards, and a touch. That is very surprising to me. Very surprising. They also have a receiver that's got 4 receptions for 80 yards in the first half. Dude, Colorado's up 7-0. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something, bro. And I hope not for Rec Talk's sake. I've listened to a lot of Rec talk a lot of crap to the Colorado fans over the last couple of days, bro. Um, this would be stinking embarrassing. This would be embarrassing. That's crazy, bro. That is a crazy line right there. 7-0 Colorado. Georgia Tech is pinned deep. Oh no, excuse me, as you were. I don't know why they got the arrow pointed that way. First and goal at the Colorado 10. So they are they're driving. I haven't even tuned into the daggone haven't even tuned into the game. They're doing a live stream right now, Preston. Might be worth checking out. I might check it out a little bit later. Give them a little hard time. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling, man. Levy said, I just feel like it's going to take some time to get these players used to Bill's style of play and attention to detail. For sure. Shadow. What's good, brother? That if UNC goes scorched earth these first 4 games, they have a shot at beating them. Yeah. I mean, if anytime you generate momentum, 100 stinker percent. 100%, man. You start feeling good about yourself, bro. You know, you might not even be very good, but all of a sudden you are kind of good because of the way that you feel about yourself. Pretty crazy how confidence, man, can really bolster you. Quan said Boise hasn't had a losing season since the 90s. They always dominate their small conference and they compete okay against big schools. Now they're looking suspect. That's the definition of suspect, my friend, for sure. For sure. I watched a lot of the Duke Elon game. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Darian Mensah is better than Malik Murphy, and it's not even sticking close. I had my Darian Mensah is better than Malik Murphy, and it's not even close. And I will say this: Duke looked very physical. I don't know what it is, man. I kind of noticed it. I was sitting there watching them, and I was like, bro, this is not the same kind of Duke program that I grew up with, like when I was in high school. It's just it is a more physical program, dude. It's pretty crazy to now. I still think that Carolina is a more talented team. I know that I might be in the minority here as far as that's concerned, but they ended up walking away in the second half. Shout out to Elon for playing them tough for about 3 quarters, maybe 2.5 quarters. But they ended up stinking walking away at the end of that one. But that was a pretty good football game for a little bit, man. They were battling for sure. They were stinking battling for sure. What's up, Carlton? No, I didn't. I definitely ain't happy about it for sure. Definitely wasn't happy about it for sure, man. Bosco said Duke is going to make the ACC championship. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I think Darian Mensah is good. They do have a physical defense. Aside honestly from Jacquez Moore, they got that one kid that was like a all Ivy League wide receiver or something like that. But if he's really pressed up with a good corner, man, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when they play some better competition. I'm still a little iffy on who Darian has really to throw it to when they play somebody. The Barcotti kid had 5 receptions for $117, and they had another kid that went over 100, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a good football game for a while, and I really enjoyed the NC State East Carolina game. Just because East Carolina ended up making it very close at the end, and I didn't even think ECU was very good, especially offensively. They weren't very good at all. They weren't very good at all. Which I'm sitting here looking at Hauser's numbers. Quarterback for ECU, 30 for 44, 366. I didn't feel like he threw for 366, 1 touchdown. That's probably why. But nothing about State, made me say, because like I said, they have a couple of skill players, but I'm really wondering about those guys in the trenches, especially on the offensive line. And the Duke struggled early. But Darian Mensah he can throw the pill, bro. He can throw the pill. He impressed me. I know it's Elon, but he can throw that stinking pill, man. He can throw that stinking pill. What's your opinion on the new ESPN scoreboard? Hold on, let's get this call in here real quick. Let's get this call in. What's going on, baby? You're talking to Russ. Who am I speaking to?
What's up, Russ?
Oh, man. If it ain't Nick.
Yeah, it's me. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing
How you
all right,
doing,
man.
Bubba?
What's going on, bro? Are you stoked right now?
Kind of, if you want to say that.
How's it feel to be undefeated? 1-0.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. All right, man. Beginning of the season, yeah, it does feel great, but I'm not going to go congratulating our fellas too much. We got to work on some things on offense, man. That game was hard to watch towards the end.
Yeah. Yep.
We were literally at the 10-yard line, 4th down, and somehow we got a great stop defensively to shut down ECU.
How are you feeling, bro? How are you feeling on that 4th and 1? I got to know, what was Nick the Wolfie feeling, bro, when it was 4th and 1? What were you thinking?
Yep. Well, Dave, it's now or never. It's time to get a stop, or this might be your last year. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it is and ain't, but you should get a stop like that. 4th and 1 at home, opening stinking night, crowd on their feet. You can't just give up laying down like that.
Yeah.
Get the stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't have that at home opening night.
Now, are you talking about when ECU was going in to tie it up at the end of the game or earlier?
Late in the game, man. Earlier, we played a heck of a game. Our defense did a really good job shutting them down offensively early in the game.
Right. Yeah, man.
But
I mean, you
towards
guys
the
made a
end,
play, bro. 4th and 1. You made a play. I mean, it was like Carlton said. It was a terrible play call. First of all, I like the play call initially, 3rd and 1. I think they ran a little inside trap. State stopped it. And I get that you're running against maybe the strength of their defense, if you will, up there in the middle. However, if you're going to stink and throw the football, don't throw the football underneath to a running back that is not going upfield. I mean, that kid had to catch the ball. He had to turn around and try to get north and south. It was just an atrocious play call. And you know what? I even think it was a terrible decision for Kyler Hauser. Like, if you're going to run that route, bro, get to the sticks. Get to the stinking sticks, man. But so I do think, to a certain extent, that there was a little bit of bailout action. But, you know, at the same time, State made the stop, and they preserved the victory, and they are 1-0. So, touche.
Yeah. I mean, congrats on him to that, and I'm glad Dorn was able to fire him up the end. But going forward, we got to get better going on offense. We got to have our blockers do their job. I felt like that was another problem in a game we had, is our offense linemen are not doing their job exactly on running the ball. That's one thing your football program needs, and every ACC program is going to need it every once in a while. I mean, it's just football culture. Like, that's football to me. Blocking and running the ball, getting it out, or fake a screen pass and get it in the end zone. That's how I like it.
Right. Well, I got good news, Nick. All right, I'm gonna cheer you up a little bit.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna cheer you up.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is.
Oh boy, here we go.
Nothing. Look. I can't. You can only see 4 of them for some reason. Look at that. Only 4 of them. There we go. Now you can see all 5. Okay. This could be yours, Nick. From this Tar Heel to you, the arch enemy.
What is it, man?
My favorite Woofy.
Well,
All you got to do is pick the stinking Carolina TCU game, right, man?
Oh, man, this is going to be fun. You already know me right now. I'm thinking y'all are going to either win, or if y'all don't win, it's going to get ugly late.
So we're either going to win, or it's
going to get ugly real bad.
Okay. So what are you thinking? What's your final prediction, Nick?
Well, my first off and foremost, I do think that Bill will have this crowd ready to go, and Carolina, like, y'all are going to be definitely ready and prepared, but I think TCU with experience, I got to go with Hutch's decision. I think TCU has an advantage in this one, being in a more mental prepared program going into the playoffs, and not to mention has a great season and made it to the Natty, but still, I think first game of football of the season, both teams could have a 50-50 shot. But score prediction, man, I'll say Carolina probably about 20, TCU 31. We'll say that.
Ooh, 31-20 bad guys. Says our
Well,
American Wolf.
I could be wrong, though. You never know, man. I'm thinking it could be even a low-scoring game. It could be Carolina 13, TCU 20, you know.
Yeah. Okay. 31-20, man. I hear you, Nick. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. And like I said, obviously I can't wait until Thanksgiving time frame so that we can go ahead and end this losing streak, all right?
We'll see about that, Bubby. Y'all got to come on down and make that happen.
Yep. That's the plan, my
Hey,
friend. That's the plan.
We're going to see what y'all are made of after Thanksgiving, though. That's going to be the truth this year. What is Bill made out of?
Yeah. Yep, 100%, man. 100%. All right, brother. I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. You have a good night. Have fun in Chapel Hill, man. I heard you going all the way out there traveling.
Yes,
have
sir.
a good time, Bubba.
I appreciate you, Nick. All right, brother. Have a good night, man.
All right, see you, bro.
Nick, our favorite Wolfie, man, if there ever was one. I like Nick. Nick's a good guy, man. He's been calling into the show now for 2 years, bro, so really appreciate him calling in. Nick says 31-20 TCU. When he talks about kind of the 50-50 aspect of, hey, it's the first game of the year, kind of a coin flip, nobody knows what anybody's got. I still believe that is a underrated aspect of this game. I really do believe that, Bill has played his hand almost perfectly as far as keeping everything close to the chest. Nobody knows anything. Media doesn't know anything. Fans don't know anything. Hell, I was even surprised that 5 days, before the opening kick, he announced that Gio was the starting quarterback. Obviously, I think that that's kind of where most people thought we were going to go. But I was very surprised that he even released that information. And so once again, I think just listening to Sonny Dykes talk about preparing for this game, difficult. It's very difficult, man. Because Carolina's got all kinds of tape on Hoover at TCU under Bryles. He's got all kinds of tape, all kinds of things that you can do schematically to prepare for what they're going to try to do. And obviously they'll throw some gimmicks in there and everything like that. On the flip side, you gotta watch Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, to try to get any idea of what Bill Belichick might try to do. And I think the thing about Bill is that what amazes me, and I think that we're all going to see this, he's going to coach to the talent that he has. He's not going to try to force the stinking square into the circle hole, dude. He's gonna coach to the talent that he has. This may take some time. Like I said, I'm going to probably release a video about that and everything. But I would not be surprised in the slightest if Carolina stinking starts 1-0, man. I really wouldn't. And I think one of the underrated aspects is the fact that, one team has been able to prepare for the other one, and the other one is they're going to come into this game in a hostile environment, having no idea what they're going to see. I think that's an underrated aspect for sure, man. Got a couple more people in here. Good to see Carlton. Lewis is in the house, man. You can barely hear me? Can you barely stinking hear me? Anybody else having trouble hearing your boy? Turn up that volume, Lewis. I should be good, man. Quan said I don't make predictions, but UNC wins if they're playing their A game. If they do what they need to do, they win easily. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's possible. For sure, man. For sure. Of course he is, Carlton. Every NC State fan that's from the state of North Carolina, whether they like it or not, is from the Tar Heel State. And guess what that makes you, my friend? For effect. A Tar Heel. I love it. I stinking love it. He bleeds magenta. That's funny, Lovey. Yeah, he bleeds magenta. 100%, dude. 100 stinking percent, man. Yeah. So, yeah, we got 4 picks in here, man. Preston, Lovey, Vasco, Nick. We got my pick. We got Hutch's pick. Anybody else want to call in, man? Come on, baby. I need some more callers, man. I'm really frustrated though. Seriously. I was really hoping to get some TCU guys in here. Maybe I got to do a better job of just talking some crack or something like that. Did I say crack? I meant crap. Getting a little bit late. Talking some crap. But, in good, clean fashion, to try to draw the crowd over here a little bit. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
Yo, it's Shadow Computing.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. I kind of agree with what Nick said. It's either going to be a pretty close win or it's going to be pretty bad.
Okay.
Pretty bad loss.
So pretty
Think
close
pretty
win for
underrated.
Carolina or a really bad loss. Okay.
But since I'm a Tar Heel, I'm going to have to go with Carolina winning this one. I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game, 41-38 North Carolina.
41-38 North Kakalaki. Wow. You think Carolina's running the football, or you think they're slinging that thing around and they just win a shootout?
Slinging it around. Gio Lopez is going to go off.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm talking about. I'd love it, man. I would stinking love it. Cool, man. Are you going to be at the game?
No, I wish I could be, but
Oh, bro,
I can't.
that stinks, man. You're going to be watching the game, though, right, brother?
Yeah.
My man. My stinking man. How excited are you
I'm-
for Bill Belichick to be in Chapel Hill?
I can't even put it into words, man.
I'm right there with you, bro. It's stinking crazy, right? Mind-blowing. It's
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
I am going to be going to the Wake Forest game later this year, though, since they're in
Nice.
town. I live in Winston-Salem.
That's awesome, bro. That's stinking awesome, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. So 41-38, Carolina in a shootout, and Gio Lopez is slinging the stinking rock all over the daggum field.
Yeah, man.
I like it. I like it, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
that's
bro,
about
go
all I had to
Eagles.
say.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right, later.
All right. See ya.
I appreciate the call, man. I appreciate you calling in, brother. 41-38. I guess I could definitely see, unfortunately, TCU doing that. But once again, I think they'd have to be throwing the daggum rock all over the field. 41-38. That'd be stinking crazy. If Carolina scores 41 points, man, yikes. Let's stinking go, bro. Let's stinking go. James is in the house, man. Said from Fort Worth, living in Chapel Hill. James, are you a Horned Frog or are you a Tar Heel? I got to know, brother. I got to know. Carlton said, Bill, year 3 is going to be interesting. I think we're putting too much pressure on year 1. Think so? I don't know, man. I think Bill came to win in year 1. I'm not saying that we will win in year 1, but I don't think the pressure. I don't think Bill feels the pressure. He doesn't care. He don't care about no daggone pressure. That guy's he's won 8 Super Bowls. He don't care about no pressure. Now the kids might care about pressure, but Gio Lopez said, "I don't even feel the pressure," which is pretty daggum cool. Pretty daggum cool. James said he grew up a Frog fan, and he's a Carolina, and you went to Carolina. That's pretty cool, James. Pretty cool, brother. Pretty cool. You should call into the show, man. We haven't had any TCU fans call in. I really wanted to talk to some TCU fans, especially a guy with a unique perspective like yourself, man. 919-590-3514. Call into the show. You get the score prediction right, brother. I'm going to send you 100 big ones, 100 of them. Promise you there's 5 here. Every time I put it up, it looks like there's 4, but there's not. Not playing any magic tricks on you. 100 bones. Pick the daggum score right, man. Good to see you, James. I appreciate you hanging out for a little bit, brother. Appreciate you hanging out for a little bit. Carlton said, you can come to win, but the Jimmy and Joes. Yeah, you don't think Carolina. Here's the thing, all right, about the Jimmys and Joes, okay? And I'm just giving my personal opinion on this, the Jimmys and Joes perspective. When I look at the Jimmys and Joes, I'm not looking at the Jimmies and Joes and comparing them to Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, because we're not playing those teams. I'm looking at the Jimmies and Joes and I'm comparing them to Wake Forest, Virginia, Cal, Syracuse right now. That's what I'm looking at the Jimmies and Joes. And then I look at the Jimmies and Joes and I say, I think we're as talented or more talented those teams. And now we have an X's and O's coach that's not going to lose games because of silly stuff. And that's what gives me what I think is a lot of reasonable hope for some good outcomes, for this season. Tarleton State and Army knotted up at 24, 9:05 left in the fourth quarter. That's kind of an interesting score right there. Come on, Army. Who's playing center? Who was it? I heard Lindbergh might be taking the snaps at center, man. Defensive tackle position is suspect. Yeah, I agree. I definitely have to see them hold it down, Carlton, before I get like too amped up about it for sure. But I think there's some workable pieces in there. And here's the thing, man. Even on the edge, I saw a stat today. I wish I would have put it up here so I could show you guys. And I'm sure you guys have seen this too. But Carolina's got the 10th most in the country. The 10th most, not only transfers, but former starters with the 10th most snaps in the transfer portal. So they didn't just pull Jimmy, from the scout team at Tarleton State. I mean, these are guys that have, they've played college football. And I think that there's an interesting aspect as far as going after guys in the trenches where, yeah, you might get a high school kid here and there, but some of these bigger body guys where it takes them a couple of years to develop that strength they need to be physical in the trenches, maybe you can get those guys in the portal, man. Especially if you coach them up right and you get them the right nutrition and the right, obviously everybody has got their limits. Some people's limits are higher than others. But I just think that there's reason to be optimistic. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not forecasting, for sure. Like, I know for sure that this is going to be, X, Y, or Z. I'm just saying I think that there's plenty of reason to be optimistic about what could come, especially if we play well on Monday night. Tar Heel Ron said, Bill will have us rolling, count on it. I agree, man. I'm personally not going to go against Bill Belichick, man, until he gives me a reason to do so. I'm very surprised at a lot of the shade that a lot of pundits have given Bill. Just like almost no confidence in the guy to get it done. And it's very surprising to me. Might not happen this year, but, just the questioning of his ability to coach is wild. I don't know why Ramesses is yelling at me. Melinda said I'm too shy to call on a broadcast show. Can we make predictions in the chat? Melinda, you got to call in. I promise you I'm not a bad guy. I promise you I'll treat you fair. 919-590-3514. Because I want to hear what you got to say, and so do the people. James said, can you type the number? Yeah, I'll type it for you real quick, brother. I will type it for you real quick, James. 919-590-3514. It's right there in the chat, brother. Give me a call, man. Let me know what you think about this game, James. Ramesses. He's excited. I don't know. I guess he thinks I got food or something like that. Kennesaw State 9, Wake 7. Bro, that'd be a huge upset and embarrassing for Carolina. And as you can see, App State just tacked on 3. They're up 20-3 in Charlotte. Charlotte's having trouble moving the football, bro. This game worried me just a little bit because it was in Charlotte. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and I'm trying not to. I don't want to throw any shade. I really don't. I'd feel pretty confident, man, if let's just say that I'm starting to feel confident going into that game. Preston said, Melinda, if my country self called in, you can. Yeah, Preston is a great orator. He's a great orator. I appreciate it. I appreciate him so much. He knows that. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is James.
James, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
I am doing wonderful. How you doing, buddy?
That's good, man. I cannot complain, my friend. Had my last day of work today. 12-hour shift, came home, cut the grass, got ready for this fantastic show, and now I am speaking to you, James. So life could not be better, my friend. What's going on?
I cannot complain. You going to be at the game?
I will be at the game, bro. I'm driving up there tomorrow, man. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. All right. I'm going to be there too.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, man. Cool.
But
yeah,
as I was commenting, I'm from Texas originally. I went to grad school at UNC. So
Okay.
I've been in Chapel Hill since, let's say, 2017. So
Okay. Yes, sir.
got a pretty strong ties to both of them.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, shoot. What you want to hear?
Well, what do you think, man? I mean, I'm sure that because you still follow TCU as well, correct?
Yeah, religiously.
Religiously.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you follow TCU and you also follow Carolina, correct?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, both.
Okay, so what are your thoughts going into this game? As somebody who follows
I
both
actually
teams.
I think it's quite close, and I do think that if you had to play the game 10 times, maybe TCU wins it 6-4, but I think the spread of the outcomes is pretty far apart, right? Like I could see this. The game script matters a lot on Monday night. Like
Right.
running the ball for both teams is huge. It's a big weakness for TCU. It has been a strength for UNC. We'll see if that translates. And that's almost the entirety of the game. Like I think that's the story of the game, basically.
Who can run the football?
Who can run the football? I would say who can stop the run, but that's kind of obvious. I think that both teams, the reason it matters more is that I think a low scoring game favors UNC. And I think that if no one gets in the 30s, then I think it strongly favors UNC. So, and that's probably no surprise to anyone here, but
Yeah, I think that's actually pretty. That is where I would say if it goes over 30, if TCU scores over 30, and I were a betting man, and I knew that TCU was going to score 30, over 30, I would say yeah. I'd bet on TCU 100%. It's just
and I would even say that like even in the high 20s favors TCU, but I don't know if it gets there. Like I think TCU's offense has been very good, but even though Josh Hoover's numbers are very good, he's very good against zone, maybe not as great against man, which Bill and the other Belichick's run a lot
right
with like single high, and we'll see. I think that could be a problem.
Very, very interesting take, my friend, and I really appreciate you for kind of breaking that down, James. I agree. I very much agree. So, for 100 bones, man, I need you to give me your final score prediction. What do you think is the outcome of this game?
I think this is a 24-21 TCU win where it's more of like, if that is the case, this is what happened. It's probably that TCU came out early, still could not run the football. UNC came back and just didn't quite have enough, and that if TCU loses, then UNC absorbs the first punch and then consistently runs the football, has a strong running quarterback with Gio, and just kind of takes it going away and like lets the air out of the football.
Okay, I like it, man. I like it. You will be at the game, James?
I will be there. Yep.
Okay, cool beans, man. Well, listen, me, Preston, a lot of the hooligans from the channel. I don't know if you're new to the channel or not. We will be out there by the
Yeah,
Moorhead
I've never
Planetarium.
joined, never called in, never even really seen you before, but
Okay,
you seem like a cool
I
guy.
really appreciate you hanging out with me, man, a little bit on a Friday night. We will all be over by the Moorhead Planetarium. I'll have a tent and
Cool.
it'll
All right.
a silly banner and everything, man. Come and say hi, bro. I'd love to meet you in person, man.
Will do. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be
Okay,
wearing
sounds
TCU
good.
gear. You won't
Okay,
miss me.
I'll be able to recognize you, brother.
All right. Take care,
Okay,
bro.
I appreciate you, James.
Bye.
All right, man. Later. Cool, man. Cool, man. I really appreciate James calling in, dude. UNC alum, went to grad school at Carolina, dude, but he's out there from the Fort Worth area, if I'm not mistaken. So really appreciate James calling in, man. Very cool to speak to a guy that's a little bit more familiar with TCU. He says 24-21 TCU, and but it could go either way. So really appreciate James for calling in, man. Catching up real quick, Press said Hoover is fantastic. Carlton said Browse caused our biggest bowl nightmare. Yes, he did. That was just in one of the greatest, the better seasons in my lifetime. What a way to stink and end it. Goodness gracious, that was so crazy. Melinda said, go to a frog show and request people to join your podcast. Yeah. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I'll start when I get the time, man. I'll try to start coordinating with podcasts from different teams, man. Maybe that'll help get a couple of those callers in. That'd be pretty stinking cool. Get a little banter going back and forth. A little friendly banter, man. I love it. Preston said, man, especially if Hoover doesn't scramble. Love you if UNC needs extra in the box to stop the run. We lose through the air badly. I don't know, man. I think that James made a really good point. I think that Hoover's really good against zone coverages. Losing 3 of his 4 wide receivers, and I'll talk about this a little bit in the preview and prediction show. I think that Thad and Marcus may have the ability to match up on the outside. I mean, the kid they brought over from Idaho, we'll see. We'll see. But can we press? Can we knock them off of their routes? Can we keep them from those slant, skinny posts, slots moving up the hash? Because that's where he likes to stink and ride. That's like where he likes to stink and ride. And, I think that is something to take into consideration. Can we knock them off of their daggum routes? And Ramesses stinking, getting crazy again. Rob is back in there as a hooligan. What's up, Rob? Good to see you, bro. You have returned. You have returned home, my friend. Welcome home, Rob. It's good to see you, brother. I really appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you, Rob, for rejoining the Huddle Hooligans. Hopefully everything's going well with you, man. Hopefully everything's going well with you, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. If you haven't already, man, do me a favor. Consider joining the Huddle Hooligans, man. We just had a recent guy join, and then Rob actually joined just now, man, which is super cool, man. I really appreciate all the support. As you can see, the Huddle Hooligans here, all these great guys, man. We have a great Discord. We have a good time in there, dude. Consider joining, man. It's just a great way to help the show, dude. Great way to help the show. It keeps all these lights on. It keeps all the lights on. So I appreciate you guys, man. Melinda said, I'm nervous about our depleted O-line. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely cause for concern. The only thing that kind of makes me a little bit more comfortable about it is the fact that, they're not necessarily run stoppers in the first place. So it's not like I really am worried about necessarily TCU stopping the run. If we can run the football consistently, 3 yards, 4 yards, move the chains, play action pass, man, I think that we're going to be in a good spot. I think that we're going to be in a good spot because if we can run the football, that's not their strength, run defense, if you will. But still, Hoover is, against our back seven, that's strength on strength, man. That's strength on strength. So, if we can run the football, I think it's a game changer. think it's an absolute game changer, man. Lovey said, I'm worried about our D-line versus their O-line. I think it's great that you include fans of other teams. Not everyone does. Yeah, 100%, Melinda. I want this to be a place where we can all get together and talk football, man. Just have a good time, right? Little banter back and forth, never hurt nobody. But I thinking I love it, man. I enjoy it. Carlton said, did they take the blue hash off the 22-yard line? I doubt it. I'm sure that they're going to keep that there, man. I'm sure they're going to keep that there, Carlton. Rob, man. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Prayers to you, bro. Prayers to you, man, for real. Sorry that you've been dealing with that, brother. Welcome home, man. Welcome back, though. I appreciate you, Rob. Appreciate you, man. No, they haven't. Now, I tell you what I am worried about, and this may sound silly because I get it. This bothers me a little bit, and I'm going to let you guys think about why it bothers me. There's going to be a State Farm logo on the stinking field. That's what it looks like. Now, why in the hell would that bother me? Why would it bother me that there's going to be a State Farm logo on Carolina's field? I'll tell you why. Because unless they did something to where they don't have to stink and paint that thing, I better not see any red on that field, bro. That's too far. That's too far. Preston said because it says state. Yeah, State Farm, and it better not be red, bro. They better have done some kind of deal where it's like, hey, bro, we can put the logo there, but we're not putting red on the field. That would bother me. It would bother me. I'm silly about those kind of things, man. It always bothered me when I would see Duke Energy or something at Carolina, like on the stadium or something, or just because of the rivalry, Duke Health. I think it's funny that outside of Carter Finley, man, you see UNC Health. It's funny. It's funny to me a little bit. I get it. I understand. I'm nitpicking here, but it's I don't want no Duke stuff on Carolina property. I don't want red on my Carolina field. That's just me. That's just thinking me, man. Carlton said it's become about dollars and less about the game. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, man. Carlton said, you think anyone in power cares? Probably not. Although they should. I think that you can, you don't have to sacrifice the principle. You don't have to sacrifice the principle, man. I don't know. Just take a slight cut and do I don't know, progressive insurance or something. I don't stinking care. At least it's not red. That's all I'm saying. Preston said I used to write a check out to Carolina Power instead of Duke Power. They cashed it every month. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Rob said red has no business being on our yard. I completely agree, and that's well spoken, Rob. It has no business being on our yard, 100%. But I like that, man. I like calling it a yard. I don't know why. That just does it for me. I've never called it a yard before, but I like calling it a yard. Ugly red ketchup stain on a beautiful carrot. I know it would taint it for sure, Shadow. It would taint it. Eric Church needs to give about $5 million. Yeah, there's a couple of guys that it'd be great if they did that. 100%, man. 100%. Melinda said State Farm logo is mostly white. As long as it remains that way. I mean, I don't know why they have to put that silly little triple circle thing or whatever the heck it is. Just let it say State Farm and don't make it white. I understand y'all's colors are red and everything, and that's part of the marketing, but no, not doing it. Switch all the red to Carolina blue in the logo. See, I'm fine with that. I'm 100% fine with that, Carlton. If they do that, good. Perfect. Great. Not an issue. But don't you, bro, I better not see any stinking red on that field or I'm going to be livid. For real, bro. Don't mess up my field, man. Don't mess up. Don't, as Rob would say, get off my yard. Get off my yard, dude. I'm interested in what the whole thing is gonna look like, man. I'm interested in what the whole thing is gonna look like. Gonna be interesting, dude. Gonna be interesting. No more callers. No more callers, man. We got Preston, 28-17. Good guys. Lovey, 34-24. TCU. Vasco, 31-24. Good guys. Nick, 31-20 TCU. We got 41-38 Carolina in a shootout where Gio is just, he's going to have the same game that the Sim had. 395 yards with 5 touchdown passes. The hell I'm talking about. And then James called in, man. 24-21 bad guys. But he said it could go either way. Last chance, 919-590-3514. Call in, man. Give me your score prediction. It's a chance to win 100 big ones. And if nobody gets it this week, I throw $25 on it for the Charlotte game next Friday. No need to be shy. All right? I'm nobody. I'm nobody, man. Call in. Say, all you have to do is just call in real quick. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You're talking to Russ. And then you say, Carolina 34, TCU 31. Bye. Well, no, first you got to give me your name. First, you'd have to give me your name. Hey, it's Joe, Carolina 34, TCU 21. Bye. All right. Okay. All right, Joe. I appreciate you, Joe. I'll put you down, Joe. All you got to do, man. And guess what? You've entered in to win $100. All we know is that you're Joe. And if you actually get the score right, you're gonna have to send me your information so I can send you the money. But you will be entered to win the 100 stinking big ones, man. So don't be afraid to call into the show, man. There's a reason why we're here. There's a reason why we're here. We're here so that we can hang out and we can talk some college football, man. It's supposed to be a family. This is a family. Some of you guys, Melinda, you've been here for a while. You shouldn't be shy. You shouldn't be shy. Lovey ain't shy. Press is not shy, man. Call into the show and predict the score, man. You call me off air? I hear you, Melinda. I hear you. I hear you. Well, we got to have the world to see so that we have accountability. All about stinking accountability. Sad game in Winston-Salem, said Lovey. It's a sad game in Charlotte, too, bro. 27-3. Which makes this TCU game all the more important. If Carolina can get a W here, bro, it's looking pretty good against the Niners and Richmond. And then even UCF, bro. Like, I want y'all to think about that. Right now, Charlotte is losing 27-3 at home. No, well, as you were. Technically, it's an offsite. Boone's not too far away. But it's close. But they're in Charlotte. 27-3 at Bank of America Stadium. Let me just show you. This is where it's kind of bad. Let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, 10-9 Wake Forest, dude. 3:05 to play. How about Georgia Tech and Colorado knotted at 10? Georgia Tech with the ball. But I wanted to look at this real quick. I got to give you this stat, man. This is sad because this is not what I wanted to happen. Definitely pulling for the kid. Definitely stinking pulling for the kid. Let me find it real quick. Charlotte. And then we won't be too much longer, guys. Won't be too much longer, man. Not tripping. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is unfortunate because this is the issue. Charlotte was up 3-0. They scored first. Connor Harrell is 10 for 19, 117 yards and a pick. Through basically 3. It's just not going to cut it, man. It's just not going to cut it. It's unfortunate, man. That's just That's just unfortunate, man. All right, Vasco, good to see you, brother. Carlton said Russ doesn't take off air calls. Yes, I do, Carlton. Stop it. I do. I talk to you guys all the time, man. You need to stink and give me a call. When are you calling a phone no different than talking to family? Turn your TV down when you call. Yep. Easy money. 100% Levy. Yep. App State and Bank of America Stadium, UNC at Jerry Richardson. That makes 0 sense. That's a great point, Press. That is a great point. How are you playing App State at Bank of America that seats 70, but you're going to play Carolina in Charlotte at Jerry Richardson that seats 15? I'm telling you, we should never play in a stadium like that. The smallest stadium we should play in is in Winston-Salem. Crazy to me. That you're 100% right. That makes 0 stinking sense, man. You just turned 30 this past Sunday. Hey, happy birthday, Rob. Happy birthday, bro. Quick. Just see something real quick. You see something real quick. Before we get off of here. Before we stinking get off of here. And look at something. Carolina's 3-1 against App State. Chapel Bill in the stinking house, bro. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to stinking see you. Hey, bro, call into the show real quick. Last call. Call into the show, Chapel Bill, 919-590-3514, man. Give me a score prediction. All right? If you just got here, bro, 100 stinking big ones. It'll be the last one. 919-590-3514. Call in. Give me the score prediction, bro. I will send you $100. All you have to do is predict the correct score. We've got a couple of them thus far. Plus me and Hutch. Plus me and Stinking Hutch. Yeah, we'd love to see what Chapel Bill's got to say about this thing, man. Now, if it's going to get you in trouble, because we don't want you to have to sit out any games, Chapel Bill. But I know how the sports betting thing is, for sure. Did I feel comfortable, Carlton? I feel like the one that we lost, we still should have won. That's the same year we beat South Carolina and Miami. So that game that we lost in Kenan Stadium, but yes, we never played very well against App State, but we won most of the time, except for that one in Kenan. Yeah, Press said Bill could use the 100. Yeah, 100%, dude. Chapel Bill said, give it to me one more time. 919-590-3514. 919-590-3514. I want to know what Chapel Bill's got to say, baby. 3 days away from a new era in Carolina football, man. Jaws of Life game, Carlton? Yeah, bro. Ramesses view request? Come here. Everybody wants to see you, dude. Come here. Come here. Come here, boy. What's up, Ramesses? In the house. He needs a haircut bad, dude. I know. I'm gonna wait until we get back. What's up, boy? He can barely even stick and see. What's up, boy? Oh. All right. Okay. Ramesses in the stinking house. Still don't have that doggy cam, bro. Still don't have the doggy cam, man, but it'll come one day. He doesn't let us look at Ramesses anymore. Afraid I'll come back to Florida and grab him. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's a good boy. He's a good boy, Ramesses. He's a good boy. He needs a haircut bad though. Needs a stinking. Yeah, his wool is thick. Exactly. He's my little ram. Oh, he's the man, Melinda. He is the stinking man. What's his score prediction? I thought about doing something like that, like letting him choose between bowls. You know, maybe I'll do that next year, man. Maybe I'll do that next year. We got something even better, dude. We got Hutch in the house, the walking encyclopedia, the walking encyclopedia himself. He's gonna destroy me this year. Watch, dude. He is going to destroy me because I try not to be biased. I really do. But it's hard, dude. It's hard. He's going to destroy me this year. We're going to keep track of this bad boy. And it's going to be embarrassing for me. But you know what? It's okay. I was thinking I'll be all right. You know how hard it is to outsmart an encyclopedia? Almost got no stinking chance. Has he done a better job keeping them brushed? Carlton, hey, that's a topic for another stinking day, man. Let's just say that little Russ is the typical 11-year-old boy. He's just like his daddy. When I was that age, man, I mean, unless it was football, you know, or maybe at that time I started being a little interested in, like, you know, the ladies, if you will. Unless it was one of those two things, bro, you had to stinking drag me to get something done. That's little Russ. Just like his daddy. Now, I'm not like that anymore. But there was a time where my daddy used to say the same thing that I'm saying about little Russ about me. He'll get it together, man. He'll get it together. I have faith. I have faith. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing that probably, Lovey. I'll probably end up doing that eventually, man. Maybe 2026, man. We'll stink and put that in there. Pat said Tech is beating those guys. Yeah, I know. It's actually a really close game though. Surprisingly enough, man. Rob was pulling for Elon. Yeah, I think we all were, bro. I think we all were, man. Yeah, I hate to hear that, Melinda. That's always one of those things that's in the back of my mind, man. I definitely don't want to. I can't even think about that right now. I don't know. Hey, Tara, is little Russ awake? Hey, everybody's asking for your score prediction so you can win $100, son. Everybody's asking for your score prediction so you can win $100. Huh? TCU. He's got his Said Gray shirt on right now. He's got that old school, baby. Hold on, you got to come over here, dude, so the people can hear you, dude. All right, little Russ in the stinking house. Here, speaking to the mic so they can hear. What's the score prediction? Did y'all hear that? Say it one more time. 31-14? Okay, 31-14, North Carolina. I don't know why that was confusing, but it was confusing. I appreciate you, little Russ. He's going to be chilling with us in Chapel Hill. I'll mark that down, dude. 31-14. Good guys from the old chip off the old block, dude. For 100 stinking bones. For 100 stinking bones. So, hey, listen. I know you guys are getting sick of me stinking rambling. Monday night, bro. Monday stinking night. It's going down. Like I said, I'll probably put out a little video in between then. Make sure you tune into that. I appreciate you guys hanging out with your boy on a Friday night, man. We got a couple of score predictions. This needs to be a part of your Friday the day before, because the more participation, the better, obviously. And you know, we'll have a good time with it, man. We'll have a good time with it. I'm pretty confident in my score right now, bro. 30-24. Good guys. And I'm super excited to be in Chapel Hill, man. If you're in the area, man, come to the Moorhead Planetarium. I'm going to be there stinking early. Like I said, I'll be there really early. I'm sure Preston will get there fairly soon. I'll be with Hutch. A lot of the guys are going to be there. Dennis will be there. I was hoping to stinking get Lovey in the house, but he's busy. He's too busy. But we'll catch Lovey another time if we don't get him in Chapel Hill on Monday, man. And we're gonna have a blast, bro. I cannot stinking wait. I'm even excited for the trip up there, dude. The whole thing. So, if you get a chance, man, stop by the Moorhead Planetarium. James, I hope to see you there, brother. I'll be looking for your purple shirt. My friend. And come say hi, man. You know, it's the one time a year that I get to get up there personally. Some of the guys are up there all the daggum time. But it's the one time that I'll be up there this year. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping to see a lot of people there. I always enjoy meeting people that I'm talking to online and everything and putting a face to the name because you guys see my stinking ugly face all the time. It's good to be able to put a face to the guys that I'm talking to, you know, on the internet. So we got a couple of selections. Once again, I appreciate you guys for all that you do, and I love you, man. And it's going to be a fun season, bro. Go ahead and get those seatbelts on, buckle up. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to be here, and we're going to ride this thing until the daggone wheels fall off. Bill Belichick is about to make his debut in Chapel Hill, and I am even happier than a stinking 4-year-old that just walked into a candy shop, and they said, get whatever the hell you want. Oh, I'm stoked, bro. I'm stinking stoked. So I'll see you Monday night for the game of games, the beginning of a new era, and we're going to have a blast, man. Love you guys. It's a great day to be at Tar Heel. If you haven't already, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe to the daggum channel. And if you didn't get to call in tonight, okay, don't be shy. I'm nobody. Just a stinking Tar Heel, displaced from the promised land, and I promise you I don't bite. Anyway, love you guys. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you on the next one, baby. Go Heels.
Thank you. Thank you.